Hi, how you doing? Welcome to this video. Hopefully, this video could make a difference to what you're doing. You have requested some information on a home-based business. Well, we're the guys that are going to give it to you, all right? So my name is Paul Turner, and I'm based here in the UK, in a part of the UK called Cornwall. So I live down near the sea and stuff like that, and that's all thanks to working online. And I'm going to hand you over to Eric. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Paul? How you doing? Eric Green, based out of Jacksonville, Florida. Now, look, guys, I'm going to keep my voice. It's like 5 a.m. here, so I'm one of the early risers. I love getting up early and having my coffee and getting a little bit of work done. But yeah, here in Jacksonville, Florida, and super excited to give you guys this presentation. Just real quick before I pass it back to Paul. Um, I started in this industry like everybody. I failed in the direct marketing space, and I found the online world. And at some point in that process, I was able to leave corporate America, and I've been doing this full time for the last, I guess, 15 plus years. So my background, guys, I sold office equipment, nothing exciting, not a techie, didn't know anything about this online marketing stuff. So what you're going to see today is something that you can do. I wish I had when I got started, but that anybody can do no matter where you are in this journey. So back over to you, Paul.
Well, I'm going to bring a few slides up, but it's not going to be death by PowerPoint. And let me just say, Eric's background, office equipment. I used to sell made-to-measure blinds. Before that, I used to stack shelves. That's what I used to do. So, and we've been doing it for about 15 years now. So we know you're probably getting inundated with offers and people trying to hype you up and sell you stuff. The aim of this, guys, is we just want to keep this incredibly real. Like Eric said, it's 5 o'clock there. We're in different time zones. We just make it work. So if the screen's a bit dark, Eric, then we don't apologize for that because this is working from home. Okay. I might not even be wearing any trousers under here. Who knows? Right. But that's what working from home gives you guys. It gives you that freedom and we love it. So we're just going to kind of walk you through a couple of things on this so you can kind of get a feel for how it works. Now, the person that sent you here might not be me, might not be Eric, right? We make this stuff available for the people that join our customers, right? So I just want you to bear in mind, and we're going to cover it in more detail, but we're doing all the explaining for you, right? We're doing everything we can, right, to make this simple. You you're not guessing here, right? You're plugging into stuff that we know works, right? It's a system that's already going for you. So I think what might be a good idea is if we sort of break down how this whole online thing works, right? And I'm going to do most of the talking because I've prepared, some of these slides, right? And we're trying to keep it brief. As you learn about more, me and Eric more, we waffle. So because we're just regular people, right? We're not slick business people. We haven't got a whiz bang presentation. But so we've decided I'm just going to try and stick to these slides to keep this sort of brief for you, right? And Eric, just chip in when you need to say anything. Marketing, what is it? What is this? How do you make money online? What is it? It's often called online marketing. So this is all we're doing, right? People have a need or a want, right? They see an advert for the thing they either need or they want, okay? If you can then match them with a solution, you don't have to do any selling. And a lot of people out there don't like selling, right? So I used to work at a place called PC World, right? Computer shop. So I think this is the best analogy I've probably ever come up with in my life. So Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the laptop breaks. They need a new laptop, or it's getting a bit slow and they don't need a new one, but they want a new one, right? Sorry, not you. They see an advert or a shop sign like PC World or a display in the window. So they're going to PC World. Now I used to work there. This is exactly how it would work, right? I didn't know anything about Apple computers, right? I knew a bit about IBM computers. I knew very little about Apple computers, but that didn't matter, right? Because and also the shop would be busy. We had lots of stuff to do, right? So what used to happen is Apple would send an Apple representative. Now the Apple guy had been, promoting Apple for a while. He knew the computers. He used them. So what would happen is Mr. and Mrs. Smith come in the store. They they would have a store. We would have a store greeter that just said, "Oh, hi. You're obviously, in a computer shop, so you're obviously looking for something computer related. Can I point you out to anything?" They say, "We're looking for a computer." The greeter would send them to one of the salespeople. Might be me. "Mr. and Mrs. Smith here looking for a computer. Hi, what are you after?" "I'm after an Apple computer." Fantastic. So I used to walk them over to Rob, the Apple rep, and I used to write my name on a piece of paper, on a slip of paper, and give it to Rob. Rob did the presentation, if you want to call it that. Rob does the equivalent of what we're doing with you now, right? I didn't have to do it. I just had to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Smith to Rob, right? Rob's the guy that knows his stuff and does the explaining. Okay. Next thing I know, right, I get one of the checkout staff or Rob would come over and say, "Oh, by the way, Mr. and Mrs. Smith brought that computer. Congratulations, you just made a commission. 1%, Eric. 1% on a computer that probably cost like $3,000 at the time. 1%. But hey, I'm not bitter about it, right? But and that's how it would work, right? So the equivalent today is Mr. and Mrs. Smith either need to make some money online, so they need to make some money, they want to make some money, they see an ad for a home-based business, and that is most likely, if you're here, that's most likely what you've done. You have raised your hand to say, yeah, I either want or need an online income. Okay. The person that has reached out to you or the page that has brought you here is the equivalent of sort of, the greeter and me walking you here. I'm the equivalent at this point. Me and Eric are Rob, the Apple guy, right? We're doing the explaining. We're showing you what to do. But rather than a slip of paper with my name written on it, so they knew who introduced that Mr. and Mrs. Smith to Rob, well, it's 2026. We have this thing called the internet, so that we can put a special tracking link, right? So we know, right, when you do this, you can be 100% sure that you get the credit and any commission for the sale. And in our case, as you're going to learn, it's a lot more than 1%, right? And does that make sense, Eric, what I've just gone through? Is that clear?
Absolutely 100% clear, right? You have a group of people who are looking for a solution, right? And you're the bridge in between there. That's all we do as affiliate marketers is we have an opportunity or we have tools. We have somebody that is interested in an opportunity to make money from home like you are. They're interested. We have what they want. We simply are the bridge, right? That introduces them to the information. We don't sell people, we don't pitch people, we don't do any of that, guys. And I think you'll see by the end of this,
Yeah.
we have really streamlined this where it doesn't matter. I'm telling you, any and everybody with zero experience can come plug in, and everything is set up for you to win. You just have to get plugged in. Back over to you, Paul.
Well, you probably haven't even spoken to the person that sent you here, right? And that's the point, because with an online business, I used to have to drive like I used to Peterborough about an hour and 10 minutes. I think it used to take me. So I used to have to drive an hour and 10 minutes to start my work day, an hour and 10 minutes to come back from my work day. Okay, now my commute is literally from my bedroom over there to this this is the little box room in my house that I've turned into my super duper global office empire, right? But it's a good time to be involved, guys, because the people that need or want to make that extra money, the graph on the screen there is just showing you the growth of online home-based business. Okay, the blue is general home-based business, the red is online. So the demand is going up overall, and particularly the online element. Now, if I can just change this slide. One of the things that we like to do, right, in the American Gold Rush, a lot of people are out there and they're kind of gambling on finding the mother lode and getting all the gold in. That's why they wanted to make the money. In actual fact, the slow, steady, kind of boring approach to let's sell the supplies to the people that are trying to win it big and all the hypey stuff that's out there, because we know you're going to get hit with it. Like I say, we're immune to it now. But in our early days, we were like, but this, right? But if you can get this in your head, the Levi jeans came from the American Gold Rush. Mr. Levi sold hard, sturdy work clothes, denim, right? And that's where Levi jeans were born, out of the gold rush, right? And I guarantee he's probably made more money, right, than anybody that panned for gold back in the day, right? That's what we're doing here, right? So I don't want to linger on this slide, but these are the barriers that a lot of people that watch this at the start will probably find a little bit confusing. And it's like, well, how do I get Mr. and Mrs. Smith to even walk in my door? How do I advertise? Where do I get these people that want to come in, right? I don't want to have to explain. Well, I don't know what to say. I didn't know about Apple computers. I sold a lot of Apple computers. I don't know, I mean, now everybody's got a lot of people use a Mac. I've got a Mac and a PC, right? But back in the day, they were like, oh, voodoo to us, right? You're going to get hit with hype. We don't like hype, me and Eric. Very down to earth, as you can see, just like what we're wearing and stuff. Okay. Technical stuff. People think it has to be technical, right? How do you follow up with people? Because not everybody buys straight away. A lot of the time, people want to think about it. How do you keep in their mind? Because I'm guessing you don't have a massive advertising budget like PC World used to have, Where in the world? PC World. That was the advert. Used to be running all the time. You're probably not going to want to spend all on TV campaigns, I'm guessing, right? So we'll show you how to do that. And then what about support? When Mr. and Mrs. Smith come back with a problem or an issue, what happens, right? And stability. You know, if you buy a computer from somewhere and you want support, how do you know that shop's still going to be there? And that's the difference kind of sometimes between buying from a small local store and something maybe with a bit more structure, a bit more support, right? So, problem one solved. If you are watching this, you have proof that the lead system, how to get Mr. and Mrs. Smith to come, you are now Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You know it works because you responded to an online ad. Straightforward. We can't say any more, right? So there's no guesswork with that. We can definitely show you how to get the leads. We are the Apple rep in this scenario now, and we are doing the explainer, the pitch, the presentation, whatever you want to call it. We're doing the explaining on your behalf, right? You will have a little special link rather than a slip of paper, right? And the person that kind of sent you here, right, you probably haven't even spoke to, you probably never even met. If you decide you want to get involved in this, they will get the credit for the sale. Well, again, a lot more than 1%. We have an AI now. Again, it's 2026. We now have an AI assistant on the sales page for the opportunity that you're going to see, the tools that we were talking about, the things that all of these home-based business people need, and it's growing, as you saw from that graph, right? That was 5 years behind, 5 years in the front, by the way. So the trajectory is very much up. So we have AI on the sales page to answer any questions, and we also have a presentation that those guys do. And we'll talk more about these guys in a minute. But as you can see, they've paid out 6.9 million in commissions. And that's going to be probably 7 million probably this week, right? I've spoiled it already. Look, Eric, they pay 80% commissions, not 1%.
Which is insane, guys. That's and this
Yeah.
is a monthly residual. This is month after month after month. Okay, so just keep that in mind. 80% is absolutely insane.
So you hear a lot about turnkey systems. One of the problems with turnkey systems is it kind of implies you get in, you turn the key, you're left to your own devices. So a car is the ultimate turnkey system, isn't it? It's all made for you, right? So it's a turnkey system. It's done for you. You buy it, it's done for you. It's got the wheels on, it's got the engine in, it's got everything you need. But you still need to know how to drive a car, right? Certainly at the minute, anyway. I guess in probably 10 years we'll all be having driverless cars, but for now you need to learn how to drive it, right? But the turnkey system has the web pages set up. All you do when you join, they'll give you the special link we talked about, so you get credit for any commissions that come in as a result of your efforts from running your own ads, which we'll show you how to do. The follow-ups, when somebody says, yeah, maybe I want to think about it, okay, you need to stay in front of people's minds a little bit in that scenario, and that is automatically done for you by email. So that will go out and it's all set up. You don't have anything to do, right? In the good old days with computers, you know, you used to open the box and there'd be this bit and the keyboard and the mouse and that bit and the monitor, and you had all different colored wires and you had to get them in the right sockets, and you know, and then you turned it on and it installed Windows and it took a long time. Now you get an Apple computer, for example, you open the lid and the first thing it says is hello. And it's just like so much simpler. That's what we have today, right? Same deal. Now, one problem I had with selling the computers is once somebody brought a computer, it was often quite a while before they came back to buy another one, which isn't good. The ultimate kind of product is like toilet paper. Why? Because people keep sort of using it and they keep needing more. The ultimate service profession is probably like being a barber or a hairdresser. Why? Because hair grows and people need to keep going back and having their hair cut, right? Now your bills are monthly, aren't they? Your gas bill, utility bills, your streaming services, your groceries, you have to buy, I'm guessing, every week, right? So we believe that your bills are monthly, so your income, right? And thankfully, the opportunity that we have for you today that we're talking about is a monthly service. Those tools that you need if you're running an online business, they're monthly. And thankfully, this company say, do you know what? Yeah, we're going to pay out commissions on each purchase. So as long as a customer stays with you and is a happy customer, we call them, using the tools, they might not ever promote and go for the 80% commissions like we do. But they keep using it, they keep paying, you earn that 80% commission from what they do. So I'm guessing you're probably going to want to know about the money now. Right. Oh no, we'll get to that. The other thing I would say is like the support. Now at PC World, we had a customer care center, and Apple do Apple Care, for example, right? Um, what this company do is they do live coaching 5 days a week. Now you're not going to get on off. Who's got time? I ain't got time to sit on 5 live coaching sessions a week. There's actually 6, right? I should update that. But you have people that have made 6 and 7 figures online. That's 100K a year up to like 1 million, right? Six verified 6 and 7 figure earners just do their marketing so you can watch what they do, right? Wouldn't you? It always beats me up, Eric, sometimes when people are like, well, I want to make money online, what do I do? Well, you can go and actually watch them live doing stuff and interact with them and ask questions about anything. It doesn't have to be particularly what they're doing on the day. I think that is a fantastic bonus, don't you?
I do because there are a lot of people join things online, guys, and you may have experienced this. I know that I did when I got started. I joined something and then, okay, great. I have this business now. I have to go out and promote it. I have to get people to it. But I was sort of on my own island, right? It would have been a lot more convenient, and I would have loved the opportunity to go hang out with people who are having success 5 days a week, to spend time and find out what's working for those guys. There's no gatekeeping here at this company. If something is working, not just the two owners are going to share their years of experience, 7 figure earners, but all the people inside the community globally, right? If they find something or figure something out that helps, these people are giving this information. You know how valuable that is, and that's what you have here. You have a community that is sharing what is working out there right now, so you can take advantage of those things. So it's super powerful, Paul.
And just bear with us another sort of few minutes because I'm going to share with you probably one of the biggest questions you have is like how am I going to make sales in this, right? Well, we've already proven to you we can get you to a presentation. We've already proved the presentation's doing the explaining, right? We'll show you a bit more support, but every Monday night I want to share with you a special webinar they do that will tell you exactly how to make sales with this. So the solution is called the Home Business Academy, right? Now, you remember that graph of like how much, how big this is growing the online world? Well, guess what? The Home Business Academy is set up to help people have a successful home business, whether that be promoting this, whether it be promoting another deal, whether it be you decide you want to sell calculators online. You could use this company to help you do that, right? So it has mass appeal. It's selling the tools to all of these people that want an online business. One of the things that we notice is though, somebody might come into the Home Business Academy to help them learn something, to promote rather and build another business, but that business pays 30-40% commissions. And then they come here and they go, hang on a minute, this pays 80% commissions. And the reason for that is the two guys that you see on screen there, those two dads, that's Paul Hutchins on the left and Mike Hobbs on the right. They have been in deals where the companies change things, right? It's online world, maybe a little bit different to the real world, but you know, your cable company can change their price anytime. Your phone company can change the price anytime. It's the same in the online world sometimes where a business might say, we're going to pay this, but actually we've decided now we're not, right? And we're going to do this instead. And okay, these two guys, they've been through that. And one of the things that this is why we promote this as our primary offer, right? We do a couple of other things we can share with you, but the reason is the heart of this, the core of this, is they will never ever ever change the compensation plan, and they believe if you're going to build a residual income, that should be with you for life, right? Paul Hutchins worked hard, built a business, they changed the comp plan, he lost it all. That will never happen here. The other reason why they can pay 80% commissions is these guys promote the business themselves, right? They provide these tools to all these customers out there themselves. They're not just taking money off us for the sake of taking money off us, right? So most of the commission can be paid out because they are doing what me and Eric do and what you could be doing. They are going out producing an income from systems like this, right? In fact, they have their own turnkey system, and below this video, there'll be a button. If you click that, you can experience their turnkey system for yourself. This whole system, that this page and everything you're looking at now has been built in HBA. These are the tools that people need to run an online business. You say something, Eric? You just unmuted.
I just unmuted, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I didn't know if you want to say something.
No, 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 no.
No,
Keep
no.
going.
Okay. So
I'm loving this.
so the good thing about that is I can make a page. I made this page you're looking at now, and I can share it with all of our customers. It's in the back office of Home Business Academy, right? So you have got an advantage over me. I made this page. You can just use this page, right? And it's all set up in HBA. It's kind of the tools that the business runs on. If that explains it, this is in HBA. The money, you're going to want to know how much. It's only $35 to start. Now, one of the things you'll find when you're promoting online is you don't know us, you don't know HBA, you're probably not sure of online still, right? You're what's called in the industry, you're known as a cold market, right? So if I was going to promote to you something now that cost £5,000, $5,000, it's different to asking for 35. What's the typical takeaway again in America? If you got a family with two kids, what would you say they spend on a takeout, Eric, in America?
Oh, two kids, you could easily spend 30 to 50 bucks on, well, probably closer to 50 bucks on a takeout. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably about the same in the UK. It's certainly a lot more than $35, right? So this is your core entry. It's a decision that I know some people don't have $35. I've been there in the past, right? But it's not for most people, it's not kind of a life-changing amount that they're not going to say no to checking out something that could legitimately change your life. And they went on a hype, right? But working online does for a lot of people because it gives you a lot of freedom. Maybe you just need to make a couple extra $100. Maybe you want to make a couple extra $1,000. We're going to show you that's possible. Now, to be fair, I do want to say as well, they have another level called premium, and that's where all those live coachings are, the 5 days a week ones. But you get 2 weeks trial of that for free included in this for the 35. So they give you a whole 2 weeks to really check it out, to get under the hood, to see if it's for you or not. And then you can just keep the 35 or you can keep the premium as well. And there's an advantage to doing that. Or you just say, do you know what? No, I think I'll leave it there. It's up to you, right? You're in the driving seat. There's nothing we can do. Now we're going to assume, right, on that you keep the premium because from our experience, 70% of people do, right? And you need to own it to be paid on it, just like anything else, right? Because that comes with the license to sell it. But streaming services, these figures are taken from AI. The average, apparently, family in America spend like $60 a month on streaming services. Well, one customer here can cover that for you. Utility bills, $590. I don't know how accurate these are, but it's AI. So, but five customers a month, just five customers, right? Not a month, five customers, right? Because remember, this is a monthly service. So your commissions are monthly, your bills are monthly. So should your income be, right? Five customers covers utility bills, car payment, six customers, groceries, nine customers. Pay your mortgage, probably about 18 customers. We've already proven we can get leads because you're here. We're already doing the explaining for you, so you don't have to do that yourself, right? Who does all the support and everything? HBA. Who does all the training? HBA. Somebody's got a question, where do you go? HBA. I will just give you one tip again as being real, just being like two regular guys. Unless I have a question, which is rare these days because me and Eric have been doing it a long time. But I would just tend to watch the replays and skim through them because you can get through an hour in probably like 15 minutes if you just skim through. Once you get through all the hellos and the goodbyes and and stuff. Just a little insider tips to do that, right? To show you the proper amount, I'll let you pause the video if you really want to study this, but you know what your income goals are, we don't, right? This isn't interactive, so you know what your goals are, we don't. Pause the screen, just have a look, right? And you can see there's three products. Let's Goal app is your mission control. It helps you manage your business. It tells you where everything is. It helps you hit your goals if you want to be a bit more mindset. The funnel builder is where these pages are made and you can do your own. It's very simple to use if you want, but you can just walk into our pages and we have more that we supply for our customers that you'll learn about when you join. The premium is like, I'm serious about running a home-based business here. I really want to make this work. That's where you go for that. A lot of, like we say, 70% of people, probably from our experience, numbers may vary, but our experience, about 70% of people take all three. So you can look at that just down there and you can go, okay, I want to make $3,200 a month. That's 25 happy customers. That's it. Not a month, the same 25, right? People come, people go. That's life. So maybe you want to get a few extra, but it's really good. And like it says, they're close to 7 million. We might have to update this next week. So look, guys, we're about done. I just want to show you the back office of HB. I will just say, look, you know, we've talked about this. We've solved the problems for you. We can prove we can get people to. There's a lead source as well below. You probably came from that lead source below. The advert, the online adverts, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith saw the PC advert. So I'm not going to linger on this slide. I just do want to point out the button below. You might join me, you might join Eric, you might join Nicole, you might join Bob, you might join Jane. They're all our customers that share these pages, right? So it's not necessarily me and Eric. We are the Apple reps in this scenario, right? We're doing the explaining, right? Okay. We'll just say, we said as well about how do you know that it's safe, right? Well, they've got the core of the business and what part of the reason why people join, because there are other funnel builders, of course, there's competition in everything. But the reason why people come here is the amount of support with all the live sessions, okay, the vision, the core values. They want to make a difference. They actually, some of them, they pay out 80% commission, Eric, don't they? And they give some money to feed starving kids. It's like unreal. And
Amazing.
it's been around since 2016, guys, right? So at the minute we're in our 10th year, right? So that's stable. That's a long time in internet years, isn't it? So this is the process. It's very easy. You join the Home Business Academy. You find your link. I'm going to show you how to do that. You order your leads. Okay. We have a Facebook group for support. Our support, mine and Eric's support. We do a call every Tuesday called Above Average Marketer Call. Right. So we do that. If you go and look at the average earnings from any of these online companies, they're insanely low. And yet some people make 7 figures with them. That's the difference between being average and above average. And you know what? The actual things you do to be above average are tiny things. It's just people don't know. We've been doing it 15 years. We're happy to share. It's no skin off our nose, right? It's no skin off our nose to share. So that's what we do. So let's just go and have a look. I'll show you how to get your link. So I need to share the other screen. Might help. Right, this one. Share. Right. So this is the back of the Home Business Academy. And this is the mission control. So this is where you can put your tasks in, you can put notes in. It's got, what do you do in the morning? Do you have a particular routine? You can do that. Okay, this is the funnel builder. I'm not going to linger on it, but this is where you make pages, and that's the actual builder there if you go and click to it. But as you can see, there's step by step, everything laid out if you want to use it. The AI support is actually really good, but you can connect with their community. It's like their own social media, so you can ask in the group. There's a little always chat bot down there. You can email support. You can get on the live sessions. You will not find better support in anything else that I've found, and that's a promise. Right? Their chatbot, the email support, the live sessions, and you can, what else did I say? Oh, the community. You can ask in the community. You will never be able to. There's a bad thing about it because you never be able to make an excuse about I couldn't get any help. And then there's mine and Eric's support as well with our group, right? So that's the kind of enough on the funnel builder. This is the premium, and they have like complete trainings. Like if I'm brand new, I don't know what I'm doing. What do I do? You got complete trainings there how to get we call adverts, and people coming to your page, traffic in the industry. If you knew how to get, before you even send traffic, what do you do? How to get traffic? How to get paid? Right? How to convert it? Oh, sorry, paid traffic. I mean, how to get paid, i.e., convert those people looking into conversions into customers. Right? So we have that. I just want to draw your attention to this, the live coaching. Right? This is a gem, and again, I tend to watch it on replay. I want to make money online. I don't know what to do. Well, what about if they took people that have made sales in the last 7 days and got them on a call to tell you how they did it? That's what that is. So again, you'll never be able to say, well, I don't know how people are making sales, because you can come every Monday, you can watch that or watch the replay, right? Just tell people, Eric, how like insane that is.
No, it's not normal. Okay, let's just put it that way. It's not normal in this industry. Okay, it's just not normal.
I think the thing to put across with these guys is they call themselves, they came up with the name years ago, Freedom Crusaders. Everybody here is in the same boat, and it's supportive. Everybody here wants you to win. They want me and Eric to win. They want everybody to win, right? There's no competition. In other things that we've done in the past, it's like, well, I'm not going to tell you how I made sales because that's my secret. That's my secret stuff. There's none of that here, right? It's very heart centered. Right. To close it out, look, affiliate, come up there. How do I know what link to send? What's the equivalent of that slip of paper to give to the Apple rep? There it is. Your turnkey system is ready. As soon as you join, within 1 minute from joining, right, you could copy that link. That will be just there, look, underneath the affiliate, right? The affiliate, how to earn the most in HBA as fast as possible with the least effort, even if you're brand new. I suggest you watch that, okay? But this is your link. It's done within as soon as you join, it's set up for you. Again, that's pretty huge. That's good. Got a question? I'm stuck. I'm new. I don't know what to do. Got a question? There you go. Submit question. Right? Connect with the community. Ask a question there. And then the last thing, I always point this out because this is like another hidden little gem. A lot of people don't know it's here. If you are watching this and you're bewildered and you're going, oh, it sounds like Greek to me, right? Go to affiliate, come down here and go to bonus vault, right? And here it is, affiliate marketing domination course. That is worth the cost of entry. That is worth more than $35, I will tell you now. So if you're not sure about all this stuff, go and watch that. And that's it, guys. That's it. We're gonna end it there. I'm gonna let Eric have the last word, but I think we've covered everything we can to walk you through how to get people looking. How you don't have to do the explaining, you don't have to do the support. The system's already set up for you. $35. I'll let you close it out, Eric.
Well, I listen, guys. Here's the thing. So our target audience is pretty simple, right? If you're out there and you're watching this, typically our people that work with us are people that are sort of over the hype phase. I call it the hype phase in online marketing. You've maybe been through some different flavor of the month deals. You've been promised this, promised that. And here's a typical, like, guys, we just give out the information. Like, this is, a typical presentation would be Paul and I getting on here and then all of a sudden we're telling you a story about Sally who was homeless, sleeping on her sister's couch, and the next thing you know,
Oh,
she discovered this incredible opportunity, and 3 months later, she's worth millions of dollars. All of this stuff that's out there, right? That is designed to get you to pull out your credit card because they're tapping into something inside you to pull out that credit card and to buy. We don't care about any of that stuff because what we want are people who are like, and typically we're a little bit older, so we're a little bit level-headed. So when you're a little bit older, I went through the hype phase just like everyone else, but being a little bit older, we've kind of been around a little while, we've seen a few things, we kind of realize like, oh, okay, wait a minute, we kind of get the picture, right? We're being duped here, right? So, people say the other thing a presentation would do is say, well, they would read through 35 testimonials. Let me read this testimonial on this. Guys, this company's been around over 10 years. They've paid over $7 million in commissions. Just go to the website. You'll see testimonial after testimonial. It's not about showing me a testimonial that may be real or not real. What is real is this company can prove they've paid out $7 million to affiliates like us, right? Which is rare for an affiliate-based marketing company, right? These numbers are rare. Everything this company does is rare. The other thing, guys, is stability. 80% payout. Everything is already set up for you to win. So you come into this, you don't have to know anything. We've got the pages built, the system built. You have the support. We even show you where to get the leads, guys. So if you want leads coming in every day, yes, we're going to teach you how to go market online. But a lot of people, that's another thing. A lot of people come in and they get caught up and they buy into something. Then they spend months and months trying to learn things. And guess what's happening during those months and months? Yeah, you might be learning some new things and improving your skills as a marketer, but is it doing anything to your bank account? No, right? Because you don't have any leads. You don't have where I need to be showing people this business opportunity. We cover that. From day one, you can start getting leads. From day one, we can show you how to go get leads, right? To expose your business while you're learning. So, guys, we are looking for people who are just like, okay, I'm tired of the Vegas. I'm tired of the flashing lights. I'm tired of the hey, if you come play this machine, you could win the bonus prize of $1 million you know if you just over the next 3 years give us all your money and become homeless, and now you're homeless walking around the strip because you were hoping to win that bonus prize from that flashy machine. We're not attracting those people. We're attracting people like yourself who are like, okay, I get it, guys. I want to make money. I'm here to make money. I need something legit. I need a community that's legit. I need a company that's legit, and I need you guys to show me exactly how to go out here and do this to start creating a result, making money. And we have all that here. So that's all I got, Paul. I think we've
And if
got
you're
something.
brand new, the only thing I would add to that is if you're brand new, there's nothing better than this, because I guarantee you're going to have questions and you're going to need some of those videos, and you're probably going to go and ask somebody. And if you're brand new and you've got questions, right, how are you going to answer anybody else's questions? Right? You can't. That's why you need to plug into something like this. And again, that's over 15 years of experience. Me and Eric, we've both been burnt out trying to help people, support people. We don't have to here. It's all set up for you. And that doesn't mean to say we don't help people, but I could go and take 2 weeks vacation and know that if you join, like for example, me, but you had a problem, I know you're taken care of, right? So like Eric said, either I'm saying like either you're brand new and you just like want to get started the right way, or like Eric said, you've seen all the hype out there. I mean, we were chatting before, and you mentioned Justin. I have seen Justin do a testimonial video for 3 different businesses, right? That have apparently have taken him from like living in a small 1 bed apartment to a beautiful house. But it's the same pitch every business, and it's like, well, hang on a minute, you said it was the other business that did. There's a lot of that out there, unfortunately, guys. So I do suggest you check out the Home Business Academy for that reason alone. Right, thanks for closing it out, Eric. I know I chipped in again, so I always do that because I have to click the end button. Um, like I say, we're just real guys. So if you get any questions, we're happy to help. But really, for a $35 decision, I would encourage you the best way of checking it out, just like if you're buying a car, the best way of checking it out is to get in it, take it for a test drive. So you might want to just do that. There is a little money back guarantee period. There's the 2 weeks of the premium. You can really check everything out. So I do suggest that's the way to go for the sake of $35. So imagine going through life, never knowing. All right. Speak to you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.